such a pretty glass. Do you agree? It's a pretty glass.
Cheers. I was reading this woman. She had, what was it? I think it was like a brain surgery or something like that. It was like a main surgery, a main health issue.
Major
Yeah,
surgery?
a major health issue. And her husband took care of her for like, I think it was like close to a year. Like fed her, even clean her ass,
Mhm.
because she couldn't basically move or do anything. So the woman recovered after months and months and months. And guess what she did?
Left him, something like that.
She asked for divorce because she claimed that the husband, after she recovered, she wasn't paying attention to her like he was paying attention when she was sick. And
Lady, you having a.
apparently,
What do you want him to clean your
well,
ass?
yeah, I know. And apparently, like,
She liked the attention of cleaning her ass.
no, not just that, but the guy, he was dealing with all the medical bills, and he didn't have much money to do, go out on the dates and stuff like that. And the woman like, oh no, I want a divorce because he's not taking me out on the dates. He's not treating me like he used to treat me.
If I was the guy, I would sue her ass somehow.
Yeah.
No, she's a horrible.
No, but that's an interesting topic because you see, for example, there are a lot of people that has this image of relationships to be just sailing into a beautiful sunset, and nothing can go wrong, everything must be beautiful, manicured, and
When
but
it's not
that's
like that.
not like that. But let me ask you something, because we come up from different backgrounds and different age groups. What is the general expectation of your generation in terms of a relationship? How do you see a relationship?
My generation or me?
Well, well, you kind of know, but like, yeah, the generation in
So one
particular.
thing I think that I see in my generation, I'm not
Hmm.
talking about me because I think a lot of people, and not just my generation, like the world nowadays, they think that relationships should be always perfect, and if it's not perfect, well, that's it. It's very fickle. Like
They don't want to work for it.
they don't want to work for it. But a relationship, yes, is beautiful and everything, but it's a hard work. It's not always like a walk in the park. And a lot of people, like, when push comes to shove, they decide to quit instead of like, no, you gotta work, you gotta deal with
Hmm.
your issues, and then that's how you grow and that's how it becomes stronger. Like, for example, during COVID, right? A lot of people got a divorce and everything because it
They
broke
could
them.
stand each
They couldn't stand each
other.
other.
Be locked up
Yeah.
inside of the house.
And like, it was a tough time. Not I'm just like, for example, it was hard for me because I had really bad anxiety during that time, right?
Hmm.
And I think it was a hard time for the whole world. But I think at the end it made us stronger. And it
Hmm.
made a lot of people stronger, and some people it broke them. And I think the people that were broken was because I feel like
They have different
they've
expectations.
had different expectations, and they're like, oh, if it's not a convenience for me, like, let me just
But
go.
also, the COVID removed a lot of the like things people are used to do, and it kind of out of nowhere removed that. Like, for example, if you're a very social person, that every weekend you're going to, parties or restaurants or bars or whatever events, all that was taken away out of nowhere, right? And if you're in a relationship,
that you just had that superficial.
Yeah, that you are so used to going out every week or going out every other night, and you know, being with friends and stuff, and then suddenly you're locked in a house. Maybe if you're locked with your partner, that you're being together, let's say for 6 months prior to the pandemic, you didn't really know that person that well, and then you're stuck with that
And
person.
also tensions are high because the unknown, right?
Oh yeah,
Everybody
because
was very emotional or very stressed out.
and people are dying in the
We
hospital.
Tuna
Tonight, it's okay. It was me. I just, you know,
hit his head.
no,
Not his head,
no,
his
no,
elbow.
yeah, I know. But what was continuing the topic of relationships? What was the weirdest thing you learned about dating a Brazilian? Like, what is the weirdest thing that I do, or the weird thing on the relationship dating somebody from a different culture?
I don't think it's weird, but I do notice you always make comments of like, oh, like when you're driving, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you get mad, and then you say, oh, something cuerno.
Oh, but that's just like
No, but I think it's
bad mouthing other
yes,
people.
but I see that it's very common in your culture
Mm-hmm.
that is always talking about that. Ay,
Wow, but it's
maldad, como they have like this
what?
maldade, like maldade. Wow, I'm talking in Spanish. Like you're not so innocent. Like you always think something negative.
Well, if the guy just cut me off on traffic,
No,
he's
no,
an
no,
asshole.
no, no, no. No,
That's
for
it.
example, like you think con maldad. How do you say maldad in English? I forgot.
Well, you have a bad way. Like, okay, I know what you mean. That we Brazilians, we think a bad thing about a person
Yeah,
without knowing that person.
or without knowing the situation, you right away think like, oh, they must be doing something because of this, and I'm like, why?
What? Because it's the most entertaining uh, possibility. So it must have like some. Um,
So you asked me. I don't know if I'm like more innocent or something, but like the other day that I was telling you the story about the girl that she went to the lake to skinny dip, and then do you remember?
oh yeah,
And you're like, oh, it's because she was with someone else. I'm like, why? She could have just be swimming.
well,
So in
because
that
she
sense, like,
got her clothes. Okay,
so
she went swimming, but let okay, let's recap. She went swimming. Boyfriend was worried because she disappeared for more over 6 hours,
yeah,
and she was swimming in the lake, and apparently somebody stole her clothes, and she was naked and she couldn't get out of the lake, but somehow she managed to call her
no,
boyfriend.
he went looking for her
Oh, he
because she
went.
would do that a lot.
Okay.
So that's what I mean. Like, so the story, that's not the point. The story is like
That she
right
was shitting.
away, the situation, you assume that she was with somebody else.
Yes, that's
And
the most plausible explanation.
no. So you were asking like that I find,
So that's the weird thing.
yeah, I find that strange.
Well,
Find
because
that,
that's the Brazilian culture. We watch
but
too
you
much
asked
because
me
we watch too many novellas.
too many soap operas.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and the
so it's
novellas are like the soap operas are always like
negativity.
yeah, like people cheating
Yeah,
and
so it's like
like corruption and trying to take advantage of people. So that's why you think the first thing. But I'm still not convinced
what
of her explanation.
you see.
I
So
need
that's why
I,
like,
I need more proof that she was
well, it's a story.
because somebody stole her clothes. Who was that person?
Did they sell her clothes? I
Yeah,
forgot.
somebody like the story was she say that somebody stole her clothes,
Mm-hmm.
and that's why she couldn't get out of the lake. So who was that person?
But she would go to the lake and do that a lot. Like apparently
Yeah,
those
but somebody who you
uh,
know who has
some teenagers that want to do a
I
prank. I don't know.
I
But
just
you see, in that sense, I don't think negative, and you already like, ooh, this.
so
So,
that's the weirdest thing.
yeah, like strange. Like, why? Why? What do you think it was gonna be?
I don't know. Mine is because you eat banana with everything.
A lot of people from the Caribbean and from the coast eat bananas with everything.
I know. I noticed. It's like breakfast, lunch, and dinner if you have the
I've never
opportunity.
eaten a banana for breakfast,
Because you didn't have the opportunity. Because here at home we don't buy too many bananas.
but because they
But
would go bad.
if we go to your mom's house in
Banana
Colombia,
for breakfast.
if they serve you a banana with, let's say, granola that you like,
I mean, but that's very normal. Eating granola
yeah,
with
that's true.
banana.
But
You
like,
eat granola with banana. I
yeah,
give you
like
banana.
rice, beans, banana
I don't.
in
For
like,
breakfast, I would
no,
never eat
no, I'm
that.
saying like for lunch. Rice, beans, banana, and liver.
Oh, I would just take away the beans and have rice, banana, and liver.
You see, that's a weird
Substitute.
thing. Yeah. Let's go back to the relationship thing. So I think I have a perfect metaphor for relationships, at least on my point of view, uh, as Gen X, because I love to call me Gen X.
When you discover your Gen X,
Because I discovered that I'm Gen X.
that's the silent generation, right? This generation that everybody
Yeah,
forgot.
I forgot about us. But hey, but we are resilient. We're still around.
No shit, because they're young.
So yeah, when you're talking about the people nowadays, they think everything has to be perfect. So
Or it's disposable
yeah, but
when
I
things are
have a
not.
perfect metaphor. When we went to our trip, your last trip to Europe.
Our last trip to Europe.
Yeah, we started the trip all excited. We flew from Miami to New York.
To London.
No, no, we flew to Nice.
Yeah, Miami, London, London, Nice.
Oh yeah, we flew to London. Well, yeah. So Miami, London, London, Nice. We got to Nice. Everything beautiful. First time that we've been to Nice, and
Rose color sunglasses.
yes, rent a nice car and put the windows down and smell the ocean, the Mediterranean when you're driving by the beach or by the water. We stay in this beautiful hotel in Cap Ferrat. We drive around as and go up to the village and walk around Cap Ferrat, and then we go to Cannes. Everything is nice, beautiful, perfect. Then we go to Turin and continues to be nice. Even though we got like a nasty
Oh,
the storm, remember the storm,
the
the
hailstorm.
hailstorm.
But I was working that day, so it was
Yeah,
okay.
so it wasn't that bad.
But if we would have been outside, we would have
Yeah.
gotten hurt.
So that's the honeymoon phase. And then we got to Mont Blanc, to Chamonix.
It was very
Still,
pretty.
he's still in the honeymoon phase. But then the work begins. Gotta hike the Mont
The
Blanc.
son of a bitch.
Yeah. So we spent 8 days, 110
It was not 8, it was
miles.
10 days.
No, no. The hike was 8 days. 8 days of hiking, 10 days there. 110 miles. It was a lot of work. Yeah, a lot of work. So every morning we gotta wake up early, go up the mountains, beautiful scenery, like the most beautiful places I ever been. But that was work.
There was a lot of
To
work.
be and to see and to experience the beauty, we had to work.
Because if we would have taken the easy way, we
Yeah,
wouldn't have seen
we
what
would
we,
have
and we
to
wouldn't
experience.
have felt the accomplishment. At least for me, I felt like when we finished that hike, I was like, la 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 la, I did it. I even had
Mhm.
the shirt that is like, I completed this.
Yeah. So that was one of the first uh, obstacles or working, right? Then from there we go to Athens. Beautiful place, hot as hell. I remember that was very hot. I was sweating all day and
Yeah,
all
but
night.
that's nothing new.
Yeah,
But it was
but
pretty hot.
yeah, but it was still nice. It's still exploring, and we went to the beach there. We had an amazing time. Greece was nice. Then we fly to Egypt.
I had an adventure. For me, it was fun.
Yes, it was fun.
I even loved the food.
Yes, but that's where the relation, like in a metaphor, I'm saying that's a test in the relationship. Why?
Because you could have died.
No, Egypt is not like okay. The first day was nice. The first couple of days was nice because
We're nice,
we're
yeah.
nice. It was very like oh the pyramids, Cairo, but it was nice but not comfortable.
But I think it's not supposed to be comfortable.
Yes, that's why it's a metaphor for the
Oh.
relationship, right? That I'm giving you this trip as a metaphor. So we got to Cairo. We got to experience all these beautiful pyramids. You're like, oh, how did that, you know, being done and stuff? And then we got to the museum and we eat the food there. Then suddenly we got to the train. We gotta go to Aswan, which is also a nice place. Beautiful temples and stuff. But to get to Aswan,
It's not such a nice way to get there.
well, we had the option to get
But
the
they
sleeping
gave,
train,
yeah, they gave us like,
which I thought it was nice because when you look at the description, they say the most luxurious experience
in
in
Egypt.
Egypt.
We should have known in Egypt.
Yeah, but we didn't know. So we got to the sleeping train. And yes, it's sketchy. The train station is like very rustic per
I like the
se.
word rustic.
Yes. The food
Just
is,
know if you're a woman, don't go there alone.
yeah, it's a little bit, but it's a little bit rustic and the food is a little bit questionable, at least the hygiene of the food.
That's why I got snacks on
Yeah.
my pack.
And then you get to the train. The train is probably 60 years old.
Yeah, probably from like the Cold War era, World War II
Yeah.
era.
So I remember there was like on our cabin.
It was sticky.
No, and the glass had a shot. It was an
Oh
impact of
yeah.
a bullet in the window. So, but it hadn't break. It was just like shatter, but hadn't
Broken.
yeah, broke. So then you got to the train. The train started moving. You know you're going to a beautiful place, but the train sucks. Right?
You start questioning it like,
And then you start questioning, like, should I have gone this way? Should I haven't gone on a different route? Should I haven't taken the plane? Should I have, there's many questions that you start, like in a relationship, when things start going difficult, especially in the beginning, you're like, oh, should I have gone this? Should I did different? What could I have done differently to make this experience more palatable or more pleasant? Then you go through the nightmare
wasn't
of travel that every 2 3 minutes you get those turns and bumps that the train takes you like from we're in the bed so
I
like
was
he
on the
hit.
top.
Yeah, but me on the bottom, he kept hitting me on the
Well, at
walls
least you
and
didn't
the.
almost fall. I almost fell from the second floor because
Sure.
we didn't fit in on the bottom both
Yeah,
together.
so we gotta change. You stay on the top and it's
Yeah,
on the
and I
bottom.
didn't want to touch
Oh yeah,
because
because
it
the
was
train was
dirt
so dirty and so like it looks like.
and it smelled like pure cigarettes. Like it
Yeah,
was.
because everybody was smoking. So we had a difficult traveling to the destination.
I was
And
reading a book the night.
yeah, but a lot of people when they travel to the destination that where they wanted to go gets difficult, they jump the train and go to the try to find the airplane or try
The
to find
comfort zone.
the comfort zone. And they abandon that person that are with them on the bad trip, on the difficult time, to look for a person that will give them just the good times. But just the good times doesn't exist.
No.
Even when you go to the most beautiful place on earth, you still have difficult time to get there, or you still have a difficult time there, or you still have difficult time coming back from there.
Because that's the beauty of life.
Yeah. So I think, and then when we got to Aswan, beautiful temples, we got to, you know, go to the cruise ship,
It was a nice
the
cruise ship.
the river cruise, which was really nice.
I was actually
The food
amazed.
was better in on the ship. So passing through the difficulties
Gets you to
got you to the the nice destination that you're looking for. But if you gave up too
once you
soon,
get there.
you're not gonna get there, and then you got back to zero, and the 0 to 1 again, it can be more difficult than just continue to keep pushing to where you are and get to where you want to be. Right?
And I wouldn't say because of difficulty, but it will be like much less fulfilling, right? Toward like
Yeah, but there is a good percentage people that don't find the beauty on the on the journey. They only find the beauty in the destination,
and it's not like
and that's where a lot of the beauty is in the journey, and it's not in the destination. So I think the biggest issue nowadays, and it has been for a while, especially with the younger generation, is that everybody look for the perfect. Everybody look for the things they're already done for them.
and they want the easy way out and not do the work.
Yeah. So, and then when we got to Aswan, Aswan. Yeah, I think it was Aswan.
Aswan.
And then the trip got pleasurable again. Obviously, we had some weird moments here and there, but overall, the trip got a little bit easier.
And funny.
Until
We had to get the
we
train
got to
again.
Luxor, and then we had to go back on the train again. But then we already knew.
We already knew,
We
and
were like, okay, it's gonna
let's
be like a shitty night, but
let's get some snacks.
yeah, let's make it the best that we can, and let's get this thing done. So we got it done.
Dude, that was funny.
And then we had a difficult night. I remember I could barely sleep the whole night because the train kept going back and forth.
So
Like,
there was a time that I actually got hit by I hit my head pretty hard.
yeah,
And at one point, like it was sounding scary, and I was like half asleep. I'm like, did we die?
no, we didn't die. We're still alive.
Yeah.
But then we got to Cairo again. And then we went to the airport. Somebody was waiting for us. They pick us up, drop us at the airport. And then we flew to Rome. And then the difficulty of that night made it possible to experience another nice, beautiful thing. That was Rome. That went back to Rome, and we started exploring things that we didn't in the last time that we were in Rome, and we had an amazing time. But that's not it.
We had some hiccups.
We had some hiccups because when we were there,
we couldn't come back.
Yeah, the time our plane kept getting rescheduled, and we stayed for an extra 3 days, 4
4
days,
or 5 days.
yeah, in Rome. It was nice, but it wasn't as enjoyable as it would be if we're like,
If it was planned.
if it was planned and we knew like, okay, we're gonna go back in 4 days, instead of like, oh, you're going back the next morning, and
And
then
then
the
the
next
next
morning, no,
morning.
you're going back on the following morning, and then we are always ready to leave and you won't leave.
But the good thing is like we were able, because of that, to explore other towns around
Hmm.
Rome, like the beach town and
And to conclude
metaphor.
my metaphor to relationships, if that person that you were with has the potential, and the life that you're living with that person, it's a life that satisfies you and makes you happy, even though the life is not perfect, it's worth sticking around and keep working. And because you're gonna have beautiful moments, you gotta have shitty moments, and you know, it's a journey. The journey, it's a constant. Sometimes nothing happens. Sometimes you go to a roller coaster. Sometimes you go up a mountain. Sometimes you're,
A walk in the park
yeah,
sometimes, yeah.
sometimes you're sipping a expensive bottle of wine in a 5-star hotel, and sometimes you're eating a pastel in a feira, in a,
A hot dog in the street.
yeah,
Because
hot dog in the hot dog stand.
I like both.
Yeah. So as long as you're open to both,
To embrace
the good and the bad,
yeah,
and the everything
the
in between,
unconventional, because
and as long as there is respect, and both are committed to the same journey, it's worth trying. It's worth keeping going. And I think a lot of people nowadays miss the opportunity
because they're
of a
like,
good thing because they just give up too soon.
yeah, because they're like, oh, okay, this is starting to not taste as amazing. Let me go try the other, and then this,
Mm.
and then
Is that syndrome that the grass is greener in the other side, but the grass is greener where you put the water on
where
it.
you put water. Yeah, that actually kind of reminds me of the other day, the article that you were reading. I read part of it about if we do have aliens, the if they're not bad, well, there has to be bad. You know what I'm talking about?
Hmm.
And like things to move, it's all about love.
Yeah, so the article is from Brian Romanet. I forgot his last name, but sorry, Brian, if you ever see this video. Um, yeah, but he comes up with a interesting theory saying, in order to a civilization to be able
To
to
thrive.
explore other worlds and to travel through space, they have to had solved the issue of separation. They have to have found common grounds to be together and to be allied and to work towards the same goal.
Goals and
Because love is not just, oh, I love you, I found you pretty, you're fun, you're nice, and you know that's not what love is. That's part of it, right? But love is defending that person that you were with, defending your household, work
working
towards
together
uh,
towards a
the
common
sa- the
goal.
same the common goal, right? And if a alien civilization managed to travel and to colonize other worlds, it's because they already figure out uh, they're a loving civilization. If But I think he in this part he's partially right, but I do think people or other souls or consciousness, whatever you want to call, can get together to do bad things.
You think so?
Yes. The same way that love attracts bonds, evil attracts and bonds. That's why you see from time to time, like
That's
people getting together to do bad things. Look at the Epstein files. A lot of people are,
oh my God, it's like I
yeah,
don't even like to even think about it because I try to have my vibrations up and it's like that just
yeah. It's a lot of people getting together to do bad things. The important thing is the cohesion. So if you are together on the journey of love and good, you accomplish love and good. But if you get together on the journey to
evil
hate or
Knievel.
evil and bad things, you accomplish hate, evil, and bad things. What cannot have is the division. Once you have that division, the constant conflict between good and bad pushing against each other,
It's not
and
gonna get anywhere.
you don't get anywhere. And so I think he's partially right. Yes, a loving civilization will be, and I think to be able to reach to the stars, to truly reach to the stars, like
They had to
colonize
work
planet,
together. They had
yeah,
to.
they work together even either for evil or for good. So
I choose
yes,
to
but
believe good
you cannot have good
if you don't have bad.
if you don't have bad,
True.
because then you don't know what is good and you don't know what is bad.
Yeah, we need to have yin and
You
yang.
have the balance. So what I think what we are going through now is the growing pains trying to figure out which direction we are going
Society.
as a society, as a human beings. Because right now we're seeing a lot of evil coming up, right? Coming to the light.
The surface. I mean, it's been there. It's just
Yeah,
like
it's just
been hidden.
it was hidden, but now it's being known mainstream. And now we have to make a choice. Are we supporting these people that do evil, or we are going to support people that are actually looking to a better, more loving society? No, that's a decision that we have to make, and it's a decision that we have free will to make. And it's not a choice, a matter of, okay, some will do this, some will do that. If you want the long-term survival of human species, at some point we need to make a choice. We just can't have this constant conflict. Oh, I'm the good guy, that is a bad guy. But the bad guy that you call bad guy, they're actually good people for their own people and trying to do their best for their own. It's just they're bad people because they're my
They're protecting their
perceives perceived enemies, right? We need to figure out and start making hard decisions and look at ourselves, and like we look in relationships and say, where do I want to go? Do I want to go to a direction of enlightenment, or I want to go to a direction of the darkness or type of that? So those are two questions that humanity needs to answer, and the same thing you have to answer when you get into a relationship. Where do you want to go? You want to go in the relationship that eventually will become something bigger, something better, something
that has the
more
potential for it.
potential, or are going to be jumping here and there, or just going to be, living my single life, or because if you every time you jump ship when the first storm comes up, you're not getting anywhere. You're just going to die drawing the storm.
But yeah, interesting metaphors.
Yeah. So what do you think
Of what?
of my little metaphor?
I started the conversation. I was the one saying it, and then you told.
Do you know what is the weirdest thing
What?
about Colombians? Everybody's a cousin.
Oh, but that's very like.
Everybody's a cousin. I go to Colombia, and every time I go to Colombia, I meet a new cousin.
Well,
and then when I ask, who are related to? Oh, this is the sister of my grandma's best friend from school, so she's my cousin.
No. For example, Melissa, my cousin,
Hmm.
she is my cousin, but really, she is the daughter of my grandmother's first cousin. So she's my mom's second cousin once removed, and she is my third cousin once removed.
But that just make everything so
Something like
confusing.
that.
Like for
No,
us,
it's not. She's my cousin. That's it.
no, but I met a lot of your cousins that are not your real cousins.
Like who?
Romero.
I never said she's my cousin.
Yes, the what's her name? Marcela. Oh, my cousin Marcela.
She's like my cousin because she's my
Exactly,
mom's
that's the whole point.
my mom's
Like
best
in
friend's
yeah,
daughter.
exactly.
I've
Like in
known her
Brazil,
since before she was born.
yeah, but in Brazil you never will
So what
call
would you
them
call her?
cousin. This is a friend.
But she's not my friend because, like, she's younger.
My
than
mom's best friend's daughter. That's how it would be.
Yeah, but
but
it's
it
not-
wouldn't be a cousin.
But it's not like my mom's best friend. She met her
The point
recently.
is-
It's like she met her when she was 8 years old,
the
and we
point
were
is,
raised
it's
together.
very confusing when I get together with the Colombians.
Just know she's
Everybody's a
family.
cousin. Exactly, everybody's family. It's like whole
And just learn the
Colombia.
people's name. And another thing, if you go to Colombia, you don't remember the person. They say, "Hi, Rafa." Just say, "Hey, how are you? Nice to see you." Again, you don't have to ask like, "Who are you?" Because you did that. I'm like, "Oh my god, shut up."
Because I don't remember. It's
Okay,
just too many people.
You could just act like you remember. That's it.
Okay, I'm gonna do my best.
Do that, please.
Yeah, because
then
it's
people
very confused.
become like it upsets them. They feel
I know, but it's so
unforgotten.
many
They
people.
feel-
Like
I mean, they are
I
forgotten.
go there for like a week, and I meet like 30 people.
So
And I'm like, who are these people? Like you expect me to remember every single name?
not the
they
name,
are
but
from-
at least remember
like
the person.
no, you know what I need? I need a chart.
I gave you a chart, and
No,
you
no.
like
I need a chart with pictures. Like you need to have pictures, the name and the relationship, and where they come from. Like for example, there is your mom here. There's you, and then there is Andres right there, your cousin that comes
it's like my
Carazo,
nephews,
and
my nieces
then
and nephews. You always call them my cousin. I'm like,
yeah,
they're not my
and
cousin.
then and then it comes from here and there, and like yeah, that I need like a whole
figure.
organizational chart to be able to, you know, keep track of your family, because I don't know, because you call everybody family.
No, for example, my niece and nephew, you love to call them my cousin, and I'm like, they're not my cousin. Charlotte, RJ,
Okay.
those are not cousins.
Because it's hard. Because they're not your biological brothers. They're your stepbrothers.
But their kids are my.
And they're not even your stepbrothers.
Yeah,
They're
they
your step nephews.
But there's no such thing as step.
That's what I'm
nephews.
saying. It's confusing.
It's called nephews, niece, and nephew.
But that's confusing because they're not blood related.
But just forget about the blood thing.
I just donate. I gave my blood.
You didn't donate. You need to donate, actually. What about you people? Do you have family?
Yeah.
A big family?
Yeah.
That you call family, or do you?
I think Brazilians are more straightforward than
But
Colombians.
I think it's just you're Brazilian because your family.
I wonder how the American families are, like the real, like Americans from West Virginia.
Well,
they have their cousins are.
So my
like,
nephew Eddie, remember?
Mhm.
His American from the dad's side. His family came from the Mayflower.
Okay.
So that's like as American
but
as you could get. And
they call you nephew? No, aunt.
well, they do like the other day, but
Yeah, I never heard them call you
no,
aunt.
that's what they're saying. Like, oh, because he's 2 years younger than me. He cannot call me a niece.
No, you're not that, because I remember when we were in Egypt, I saw your picture on the wall. If she wants, she can put on the video. It's exactly like her. I'm pretty sure she's like 15,000 years old.
This is a pretty class.
Yes. Anyway,
Anyways,
So let me get out of here. Stop
Bye,
recording.
guys.
Bye.